name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today, I am seeing Black Mass, which is the new Johnny Depp thing. Apparently it's based on some sort of criminal or something. Looks kind of pretentious. Looks, slightly boring. Looks like it has Johnny Depp in it. I don't know. Apparently Johnny Depp has kind of been in a downward spiral as far as his movies are concerned. I know that there was one that came out like a year ago that was just like terrible, according to everyone. I never saw it. But my hopes are very, very low for this. It looks like, Johnny Depp playing another wacky character in wacky makeup. Yep. Haven't seen that before. Oh well. I guess we'll see. This is a snoozer. Not as bad as Magic Mike in that sense, but oh jeez, that was hard to sit through. 2 hours long, by the way. God. It's so, what's the word, badly paced and awkward. And not even in a funny way like you'd be used to with Johnny Depp. Like, no, it's just incredibly awkward and not very well thought out. Giving you an example, there's one scene where Johnny Depp's character, and Johnny Depp is in horrible looking makeup, by the way. He looks like a frickin', I don't even know, he looks like a cartoon character, but, what was it, there's one scene where he's sitting down with his kid and his wife, right? Of course, Johnny Depp is playing like this, this up-and-coming kingpin or whatever. This movie is honestly about the most boring kingpin I've ever heard of. But anyway, he's just talking with his kid, and the kid is like, all right, kid. I'm not doing it. Everyone in this movie is like a non-Boston person doing a fake Boston accent. So, like there's Benedict Cumberbatch in here doing a fake Boston accent, and he's supposed to be Johnny Depp, who's doing a fake Boston accent's brother. And it's all over the place. But anyway. I can't do a Boston accent, even an impression, so I'll just do what I want. It's like, alright son, I heard you did something at school. And the kid's like, yeah, I got sent to the principal's office for punching someone. And and so it's like, no, you didn't get sent there for punching someone. You got sent there because you were caught. And the wife kind of laughed, giggled a little like, oh, stop. And then he said, you have to remember, you never did anything wrong if you get caught doing it. And like, he goes on a whole little thing about it, and it's like a life lesson thing. Well, my thing is, the wife actually does not want her son to become that way. Yet, instead of like being a little bit more concerned about him saying something like that, instead it's more of the oh, you silly. I don't even get that. That was just really awkward and weird. And that's pretty much the whole movie. There's scenes where people die, and it's awkward and weird. There's only one good death scene, and that's at the very end, and that's when this dude's getting hanged, and they kind of go really grisly on it, but by that point, I don't even care anymore. It's just too much. wasn't just me. I was looking around the audience because, you know, I was bored out of my mind. There was pretty much half of the people there could barely keep their heads up. I remember my mind was slipping throughout a lot of it. I started thinking of, I started noticing that in the background they have this one dog sound effect that they kept on using over and over. Like during, like, a few scenes, the dog was just going constantly. Like you could barely hear it in the background, but it was like, Jesus, is nobody gonna shut that dog up? And then you hear the same fucking dog sound, even though it's supposed to be taking place like several years later. Like, jeez, that dog must be hoarse by now. Like you can hear it when you're paying attention. Well, it was easier to pay attention to that than it was to the movie. The movie's so easy to like miss stuff, to not get it. I don't know, maybe if I paid more attention, I'd like it more. I doubt it. I'm not, you know, you guys know me, I'm not, like, I don't have attention deficit disorder or anything. I can pay attention to a movie pretty fine if it's actually a movie you can pay attention to. Like, no, this is just really awful. Now, once again, not Magic Mike, my awful. Magic Mike was exploitative, insulting, and boring. This is just boring. So, yeah, Johnny Depp's not bouncing back anytime soon. And until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dire Situation.